Good morning, it's Brenda. How's everyone doing today? I hope you had a very, very blessed Christmas Eve and Christmas Day with your family and with all your loved ones. We're on to a new week, and before we get started, I just wanted to show you some things that I was working on. I had made these 6 little journals just with I had some 6x6 scrap paper. I cut it in half to 3x6s, and then I just added 6 sheets on the inside, and then I used my sewing machine and I sewed down the center. And I made 6 of those, and I just put stickers and stuff. Some of them have some words, and these are some sticker stamps. And so there's 2 sets, because when you cut it in half, you end up with 2. So I have those and 2 of those, and they're pretty basic. There's no pockets or anything inside them yet. This one, yeah, no pockets yet, but they're going to be a work in progress for those ones. And then I made one even smaller. This one is a scrap. I had 4 inches long by 2, and then I put a little gusset in there, and I think, one sec, I think this is made from a chocolate box, one of my husband's chocolate boxes. I actually didn't have to put the gusset in this one. It came this way, and I just cut the box down. Sorry about that. Yeah, and I put 2 little signatures in there, and then they'll get dressed up. I've already added a tiny pocket, and that got glued together. And that's just a tiny little pocket with a butterfly, and I put a little label in there already. And then I made these 2 teeny weenies. I call them trinket journals. I don't know if that's the right terminology, but I just put this little hanger on there, and they can be added to if you make spine dangles, they can go onto the dangles, or they can be added inside a journal on a page or something like that. But I just thought they were too cute. And I have even smaller paper. I don't know if I'm gonna make them any smaller. My friend Barbara, she made some tiny micro minis, and they were just fabulous. Anyway, so that's what I've just kind of been playing with. But today I thought we would work with junk mail. I think what I'd like to do this week is work with junk mail, because goodness knows we all have a lot. So this one, it just came like this. It was this huge thing. I actually had to cut it down. And I cut it down to 8, and then whatever the trifold is, but I have to remember how I had it now. Maybe we'll do it this way. So what I was thinking is, nope, that's the wrong way. I want to get it to where when I show you, even with a piece of paper, that you'll be able to do it. So I have the flap here, and then it'll open here, but this will be a pocket. I've made these before. It's been quite a long time. And I know Liz, my friend Liz, she's the paper project here on YouTube, and she has videos on how to do these trifold pockets as well. Let me just grab a piece of paper. And so what it is you just have your paper, and then you're going to trifold it like that. So you're just folding the 3 pieces together as evenly as you can to make 3 spaces. Or you can measure it out, like you just measure how wide your paper is, and then you do your equal score lines, and then fold it. And you might have to do some trimming, like that's normal, so that it doesn't interfere with the folds like that. So I've cut out some paper already just to save a little bit of time. So if you'd like to craft with me, please grab some of your stuff and your scraps, your junk mail, paper, whatever you'd like to use, and let's just have a play at doing some stuff. All right, so I'm just going to glue these papers in. No rhyme, no reason, just gluing paper. And then we're going to make something pretty with all this junk mail. Because if you're like me, we have a lot. There's a lot always coming every single day in the mail. And, you know, it's time to, we got to use it up. And I'd rather use it and make pretty things than put it into the garbage. I'm just using a glue stick. It's my Oohoo stick. It works pretty good for me, so I'm not too worried about it not sticking. If I can get it straight to start with, I'll probably have to do some trimming, and you know, that's okay. There we go. And that'll open. Yeah, my idea is to make the back of it a writing space. So I want to make sure that, like, the writing spot can be anywhere. I just want it to be at the back. I'm just gonna trim this off with my ruler. So how are you doing? I hope you're all doing well. It's been quite chilly here the last while, as you know. I was really hoping that the temperatures would get warmer, but so far it hasn't happened. So there we go. I'm not going to worry about this side because this is eventually going to get trimmed down, like folded over. So I'm just gonna dress the pages right now. Yeah, I think I did that backwards, but you know, we're just gonna go with it. I think I wanted this one to be on the inside, but that's okay. I'm just gonna go with it, and we'll dress them up and add pockets and stuff and make them pretty. So, and all I think is just make sure you get your corners and your edges because you want those to stick for sure. Just bring it up. Here I do have my little spreader. This is just a little thing from the Dollar Tree. It was $1.25, and I figure it's perfect to spread the glue. And it lasts a long time. You just wash it. If it's gets gluey, just give it a wash and it's good to go. All right, so this, I'm just gonna bring it down just to the score line. And you can ink, of course, you can do anything like that that you want to do. Oh, that looks pretty sharp actually. Can add lace to the edges. I think I will ink this edge up just to give it some definition. And I'm just using my ground espresso. Love this color. I've been using it all the time now. I just really, really like it. Can use any ink or none. It doesn't matter. It's your choice. Just quickly ink down here as well, just to say I did it. There we go. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna ink, oh boy. Must be Monday, here go the words. I'm just going to glue down that flap just so it stays in there and doesn't come up. So then that will get glued on the two sides. But then I was also thinking, if you wanted, you could leave this open. You can put your paper on this edge too, and then just put a nice pocket here. But I think what I'm going to do for this one is I'm going to glue it, and then this will be a big pocket. But before I do that, I'm going to dress the back. And that's a little short. But what I will do is I'm going to put a pocket at the bottom. Just like that. So I'll get this glued up. And these pages are just from a collage book that I have. Let me just show you quick here. Whoops, it's called Reminiscence, and I bought it from our local craft store. But I was just looking to see if they had a website. But they're on social media, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. So if you just put in Reminiscence, then you'll see their products there. They've got a couple of those books out, and they're great pages to use in your collages or as pages in a journal. They're double-sided, and the beginning of the book is regular copy paper weight, and then the other half of the book is cardstock weight, which is really nice. Then you can have your choice, whatever you're going to use with it, or whatever you use them for. You'll have a choice of the size of them. Just gonna quickly do this. And then, yeah, just glue stuck to me. There we go. Braden's here. He's gonna spend the day with us because he's on Christmas holidays. The doorbell just went, so I know he's here, which is awesome.
Hi.
Hi. I'm just doing a video. You gonna say hi?
Hi.
Yeah. He had a good Christmas. Amanda, my daughter, she sent me a bunch of pictures and a couple of videos because Braden has a new hoverboard. Yeah, so him and his mom were both trying it out. So I had a hoot watching them. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Okay, so we have our flip done, and I'm going to add lace here, so I'm not going to glue it closed yet. This is our back, and then on the inside portion, I have an old sheet, of music paper, and I thought this would be the best opportunity to use it because it is brittle, and I don't want it to fall apart, and I want to use it. So this will be the best way to use it, I think. See, I just picked it up and it tore. So I'm going to glue this whole surface instead of the paper, and that way it will ensure that it does not fall apart. I'll do this half first, and then I'll just glue it on in stages. There we go. Oops. There we go, just like that. And then if you wanted to, afterwards, you can add writing paper on the back here if you wanted. I don't know if I'm going to do that. I probably will eventually, but we'll just get her dressed up, and I'm just going to glue the other half. And I do it this way, and then it's just nice and flat, and I don't have any air bubbles. It's a nice little tip, especially like with the big papers. it's a nice way to do it. And then just, and there we go. Oh, I don't know if that was a little torn bit as well. And you can take advantage of the tears. You can ink them up, and it just gives them a nice little look. But it's cracking, but that's the chance you take when you're using old papers. So I'll just use my little thing here to smooth it out as best I can, and then I'll just fold it over. And I like the edges of the paper that are there. They're kind of torn and shredded, and it just gives that another added look of vintage. All right, so yeah, I have a few imperfections in there, but I'm okay with that. Let's find my lid. There we go. I'm just going to ink this up a little bit, if you don't mind. Get it done. I think Brat, my cat, was happy to see Braden come, greeting him with a ton of meows. It's pretty gray here right now. I'm wondering if it's going to end up snowing or not. So there was some little breaks in the paper, and I just added some ink there. All right, so that's the back. All right, so there we go. So we're going to have our pocket here, and that's our back. And then when you open it this way, you've got this inside. And that's not going to stay with the tear, so I'm just going to add a little bit of wet glue just to help it, if the glue works. Oh, doesn't want to work. Okay. Oh, that's fine. I need to use it in a second anyway. All right, and I just have these bags, this bag of lace trims that my friend Liz sent me in a Happy Mail the other day. Hi, Liz. And I thought we could just find the end. And then I'm going to add it on the inside maybe, or do it on the outside. I don't know, let's see if I have a creamy color. Not in there, but I do have some stuff here. Oh, this is kind of pretty. What do you think? Yeah, just add that for some added interest. Take off the tape. It's getting a little warped because the glue. Okay, so I'm going to just add glue to the edge here, if it works. There we go. Not much is coming out, sorry. It's just having some attitude today. I'll put it right up to the top corner there. Just do the whole pocket to give it some prettiness. There we are. There. And I think I'm going to put a little clip on there to hold it. this glue will take a minute to dry, of course. I mean, that's normal, but I would like it to dry. Sorry, it got stuck to my sweater, the trim, so then it ends up coming with me and flying off the project. Oh. There we go. So I'm gonna cut it off. Just like that for now. And pop that aside. So then we have that, and hopefully that will adhere down. And then I'm just going to close up the pocket. So I'm going to glue the short side and then the long up on the bottom. And I just turned the whole project around so that I could not have interference with the things that I've just stuck on there. So there we go. Just like that. And so that's a huge pocket. We can use another piece of junk mail and make a really big tag. So I'm hoping that this week, this is what we're going to be working with this week, is the junk mail. Just so that I can get rid of some and make some pretties, because I'm in need of stuff. And you can pop this into a journal as well. You can just put it in, you know, you can have it here and you can add it in as a page. So then you can add pockets to this side as well, and then you'll have this, and then when you turn it you'll have this, and you'll have a corner tuck. Or you can pop it into a journal as a floating embellishment. This is just, it's just over 5.5, and I cut it down to 8. So that just gives you a ballpark of the size anyway. And so there we go. So now you can add more pockets here. Like I just have, do you remember these that we made? These were with the receipts, the store receipts. I mean, this can be used. I think I'm going to pop this here at the bottom because it's a perfect fit. So why not use it? So I'm going to grab it, make it a pocket. There we go. Just like that. And I'm just going to add it to the bottom. There we go. Just like that. And then I just have a bunch of little pieces. Just some little things that can go into the pockets, which is fun. Just like that. And there we already have a full pocket. And you can add tuck spots, you know, here as well. You don't have to stop. You can just keep going. Inside, I think I'll leave this as a writing space. I don't want to cover up the pretty music paper, but I might put some stamping around there. I don't know yet. Honestly, I really don't know what to do with it. So I'm just gonna see if this will fit in here. That'll have to get cut down. Let me just grab, we might as well finish it. Like, if you're okay with that, I'm just gonna finish it. I'm gonna take off, I'm gonna put it down to 4 1/4. I'm thinking that should fit. Yeah, perfect. I don't even have to make it shorter. So, and it's using using junk mail again. That stuff's kind of thick. And what I've been doing is just looking for thin pieces of paper out of that book. I've used almost all of them. So I'm going to attach this one. I'm just going to use this glue. If I can. It's just one of those things, the glue's going to work or it's not going to work. And it's not that it's almost empty, because it isn't. It's just, I don't know if it's weather-wise, if glue is temperamental, you know, it has issues, or what goes on, but it's having issues. I really like this side with the flowers, so that's the side I'm going to add. There we go. Get my little glue spreader here. I'm sorry if there's a shadow. I didn't put my other light on today. Oops. There we go. So I'm just gonna get my bigger scissors, cut it down. You can take your ruler if you want and rip it off. That's always good too. You can use a sanding block and give it a nice rough edge. I'm not the world's fastest cutter, but I try to be accurate. Sometimes I don't succeed, but that's okay. It gets fixed. Just take off this little edge here. Whoop, just like that. So there we go. And then on the back again, you can add some music page, which just flew to the floor. I just have this old book, Gems from the Great Composers. Big map page in there, but maybe I will use this portion of it, and then this can be the writing spot, and I'm just going to use my glue stick. Like, honestly, when it comes right down to it, at this moment, it's less of a headache to just use the glue stick, because, oh my goodness, the struggle is real. But this is me. This is how I craft, as you know. I think of things as I go. The mind never stops. And I just wanted to come and hang out with you guys for a while and get rid of some of this junk mail. So if you have suggestions that you'd like to see for junk mail, just leave me a comment. I mean, I have a ton of junk mail and I've been saving it, and I've been wanting to do a little junk mail series. And so this is the start of it. I hope that's okay, and I hope you'll just enjoy it. And I hope it'll give you some ideas. Oh, look at that. It even has the date of when it was. Oh, I'm just going to give it some tag corners, just like that. And I would like it to be a little semblance of the same. So I'm just going to flip it over and put it to the other side and cut it down as well. In there. And then you can add a divot at the top if you want. Or not, or just leave it the way it is. That's okay too. I'm not sure how long I've been on, so I think I'm trying to hurry a little bit, but I don't want you to miss anything. And it's nice to complete a project with you rather than do it and then show you later, if that makes sense. So there's that. And if you have hole protectors, like when you punch your hole, you can use your hole protectors. I have this little thing. It's a 1 inch, and it's supposed to make your hole protector. So let's see. Oh yeah, it does. You can tell I haven't used it very much. And then I'm just going to grab my, oh, let's see, let's use the bigger hole, and I'll just add a hole there. And then I'm going to glue these on. Just like that. So let's see how that works. I don't know if you have one of these or not, but I haven't really used it a whole lot. It's nice in that you don't have to cut your circles or punch your circles, and then I could have done that before I put them on there, but, and there you go, just like that. So it adds a little bit of interest there. And I have just this pink kind of lace here. That should be all right to go in. It's pretty long, but let's just put it in there anyway, and we'll see. And from my understanding, if you put it through the back and do it, you won't get the split. Nope, see, that's not true. Look at that. Let's try it again. We'll do it from the front. There's a finished look, and then there's a non-finished look, which goes on the back, like there's a split. I'll just show you. Figure it out here. There we go. So if you see in the front, there's no split. But when you go to the back, you have that split that's there, the two pieces. So you make sure that one's on the back. So I'm just gonna cut this down because we do not need it that long. So there we go. There's our journaling tag. A huge pocket. Oops. Open this. You can put pictures here. You can put some writing paper here and write on it if you wanted. And then that's the back with our pocket and our little pieces of paper. But great for scraps, stuff you have laying around, all your junk mail. So I'm hoping you're going to enjoy this little series that I'm going to do. And I'm going to enjoy doing it with you guys. So stay tuned. We'll come back again. So junk mail all this week. That's what the plan is anyway. So hopefully you'll join me for that. You guys have a very, very blessed day. Take care. Thanks so much for being here. Thank you to all my subscribers. I appreciate each and every one of you. I think you are all so wonderful, and I love the interaction that you guys have with me with your emails and your messages. And so yeah, just know that you are very appreciated. Take care. Bye for now.